Now, before I can actually make any kind of podcast episode for you guys, I want to explain one thing. Have you guys heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain how. 1, it's free. 2, there's just many tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And it'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other things like iTunes and such. You can make more money from your podcast regardless on how much you have already. So it's like extra money. Hello, who doesn't like free money? And then, it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one spot. So whenever you can, just download the free Anchor app at, your iTunes store, your Apple store, or your Google Play store, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thanks, y'all. Good morning. How is everyone today? Hope everyone is good. Who do we have today? Mr. Hakeem. Hey. Did you like your intro? It was a pretty cool intro. Good morning. How are you?
I'm alive. I am here. I am waiting to talk to you about the poem that we will read. This is why I'm here. Why else do you think I'm here? I just came here to just, I don't know, drink tea. Do you have tea?
I
And
do
if so,
have
what
tea.
kind? What kind? What kind of tea do you have?
I have.
I'm waiting. You should tell me about the tea.
I have like black tea, got gray tea,
Ah,
got green tea, sweet tea, something.
ooh, sweet tea.
Sweet tea?
Is it iced?
Yes, it's a sweetened iced tea.
I'll have a sweetened iced tea then.
I'm sorry?
I'll have a sweetened iced tea then.
Okay, no problem. Did you receive it yet?
No, because I didn't hear you pouring the tea. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to open the bottle, and then you gotta, and then you say, here's your tea, sir. And then I take the tea. I say, thank you very much. That would have been the full thing, but you missed it. You dropped the ball. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm so sorry.
yep.
I'll know next time.
Yep, as
For
you
the
should.
tea.
Get it together. All right. Let's see. Should I do I'll put a piece of bread here. Here we go.
Alrighty.
You're listening to Storytime with Izzii, presented by Sarah Del Valle, with co-host Hakeem Alexander. I am in Virginia Beach, and Sarah is somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, in
Oh,
somewhere. I'm in
somewhere in
Augusta.
Georgia. Augusta.
Disgusta is what I call it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would you say such a thing?
Because there's a lot of disgusting sites over here.
Pose. I don't know. I don't get into all of it. All right, story time.
Time source.
All right. So, is this really a story if it's a poem? I mean, come on.
Well,
This is gonna confuse people. They're gonna come in here like, oh yeah, Edgar Allan Poe. They're gonna be rubbing their hands together, licking their lips and everything. Like, yeah, Edgar Allan Poe's story time. And then they hear a poem like, oh man. do you think that happens?
Okay, so I should start doing the poetry, like poetry time with
Are you?
Izzii.
You're not taking me seriously, are you, sir?
No, I don't know. Am I supposed to? Was I supposed to?
No, of course not. That's ridiculous what I just said. You're not taking it seriously. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. So you're like, man, I thought you were a different person than that.
But this is Poe time story time. What is he?
What did you just say?
All right.
What are you on about?
I was waiting for the bread.
I'm trying to eat trail mix. All right, hold on. Here's
Okay,
the
take
bread,
your
right?
time,
Hold
dude. Take your time. Take
on. Hold
your
on.
time.
Yeah, let me drink some water, right? That's my
Okay.
bottle. Now put the bread. Hold up. We'll wash this down. Mm. Yum, yum, yum. Trail mix good. All right, here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. You're listening to Storytime with Izzii, presented by Sarah Del Valle and co-host Hakeem Alexander. That's me. And Sarah, what will we be reading today?
Today we are reading The Coliseum by Edgar Allan Poe.
Hmm. And it looks like here it's from what year?
I found it at to say 1833 because it is the year in the book. So
And now we're not reading from poststories.com today. Where
no,
did you
it's gonna
find
be a
the?
change up.
Yes. Yeah.
But we are reading
Because this is not in the book.
poets.org.
Yeah, because this is not on the book or on the poststories.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Coliseum. Uh-huh.
But it's not in the Poe stories today.
Where did you find it? What site did you find it on?
I found it on poets.org. Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, good, good, good. All right.
Yes.
So,
Okay, so
and
once you get in there, look up Edgar Allan Poe and then get to the poems. It'll search his name. It's a little bit more work on this. Sorry. Sorry, peoples. It's a little bit more work
why
than
you not
Poe
give?
story. Hmm?
Why you can't give them more details? Huh?
I wasn't trying to, but this is where I found it.
No.
All you
Give
gotta
them
do
your
is just
detail.
search in Edgar Allan Poe.
Uh,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and they'll find the Coliseum in there for sure.
Yes, the Coliseum will be in there for sure.
Well, uh, how are we reading this? Who's going first? We're going back and forth, right?
Yes, we're doing another tandem reading.
All right. And how
Good night. I'm sorry.
and how do you want to start?
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, right. That's where we're going. I was falling asleep sitting up. All right. Here we go. All right. The Colosseum by Edgar Allan Poe.
Type of the antique Rome, rich reliquary of lofty contemplation left to time by buried centuries of pomp and power. At length, at length, after so many days of pilgrimage and burning thirst for the springs of lore that in thee lie, I kneel, an altered and humble man, amid thy shadows, and so drink within my very soul thy grandeur, gloom, and glory.
Vastness and age and memories of eld. Silence and desolation and dim night. I feel ye now. I feel ye in your strength. O spells more sure than air. Judean king, taught in the gods of Gethsemane. O charms more potent than the rapt Chaldee ever drew down from out the quiet stars.
Here, where a hero fell, a column falls. Here, where the mimic eagle glared in gold, A midnight vigil holds the swarthy bat. Here, where the dames of Rome, their gilded hair, wave to the wind, now wave the reed and thistle. Here, where on golden throne the monarch lolled, glides, spectre-like, upon his marble home, lit by the wan light of the horned moon, the swift and silent lizard of the stones.
But stay, these walls, these ivory-clad arcades, these motoring prints, these saddle-racking shafts, these vague intelligences, this crumbling frieze, these shattered cornices, this wreck, this ruin, these stones. Alas, these great stones, are they all? All of the fame, all of the colossal left, by the corrosive hours to fate and me?
Sorry. That was beautiful. You made
I
it
think
sound like a Poe moment. All right, let's keep going. Sorry.
There are plenty of those Poe moments around here.
Right? Wait, what? Oh, let's finish. Not all, the echoes answer me. Not all. Prophetic sounds and loud arise forever.
Uh, what? Where am I? Oh, hold on.
From us.
Oh, wow. From us, and from all ruin, unto the wise, as melody from Memnon to the sun.
We rule the hearts of mightiest men. We rule with a despotic sway. Ooh, Lord have mercy. We rule with a despotic sway all giant minds.
We are not impotent, we pallid stones. Not all our power is gone, not all our fame.
Not all the magic of our high renown. Not all the wonder that encircles us.
Not all the mysteries that in us lie, not all the memories that hang upon.
And cling around about us as a garment, clothing us in a robe of more than glory. Thank you.
That was a reading of The Coliseum by Edgar Allan Poe. Published in 1833, huh?
You said, I'm sorry? Yeah, 83.
Published in 1833.
Yes.
So what else can we tell the world or you about the fixing of your car?
Okay, so what? You said what?
The fixing of your car. Are you paying attention? Come on.
Yeah, I heard, like, what else are you trying to, like, okay, what was the question? One more time.
That was my in between two worlds question, but I was falling asleep. I was slurring. That happens. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing just now. Like seriously, I started falling asleep sitting down. That's how tired I got. It's amazing.
I
But
do that sometimes.
it can happen to anybody if we're running around as crazy as we are, all hours of the night. But we will be getting sleep soon. I mean, I'm gonna go and just lay down as soon as we're done, and get up at.
One thing to
Yeah.
say though, do you
Yes.
have anything going on in the week?
And what?
Do you have anything going on in the next week?
I mean, there's lots of stuff going on. What in particular do you need?
And like with the story of the Joy in the Plain Sight?
Yeah, Joy in Plain Sight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're so great. Joy in Plain Sight by Katya Davidova. You guys can get it in Barnes & Noble bookstores or on barnesandnobles.com for your Nook reader. You can also find it on amazon.com. I'm doing an interview with the author Katya Davidova on Clubhouse at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. She will be joining me on the Clubhouse app, and I'll be discussing her book Joy in Plain Sight, which is a joy to read.
A long time ago with Pierce Brosnan.
What the hell? Sorry. I don't know
And
how it even started. I didn't even touch my phone.
That's
Anyway.
cool. It sounds good though. It gives me an idea of stuff we can use to play other stuff in the background. Anyway, that's it, guys. It's gonna be great. September 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or Eastern Standard Time. So, and hopefully,
Yes.
Sarah, you'll be my co-host there.
Yes, I will be there.
Come hang out with Katia and do some good stuff. All right. So, if there will be nothing else, I mean, we can hang out here for a minute.
Okay,
Did you
that's
want
fine with me.
to dance
Oh,
in the pale
I
moonlight?
have some exciting news too.
Oh, what's that?
I got a ukulele.
Oh, you gonna rock it a little bit or what? I heard the notes. No, you better put some ukulele bars. You gotta put the bars in the ukulele down.
I named her Spider Lily.
Okay. Does it have a spider on it?
Because it's got the miniature Spider-Mans.
Oh, cool. Well, all right. It's as good a reason as anybody or anything could
Right?
call it, whatever it's called.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm trying to
Yeah, I mean,
learn how to work the ukulele.
you know, have you ever met a doctor that didn't wash his hands?
No. Is there doctors like that?
Shit. What are you asking me for? Of course there are. There's all kinds of people that don't wash their hands.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of people that don't wash their hands for all kinds of reasons.
People. Let's wash our hands.
Do you think
Da-da-da.
Edgar Allan Poe? Listen, do you think Edgar Allan Poe was a hand washer or no?
Oh my God, that's a. Mm, probably not.
And do
See, I
and do you
believe he
think?
was only a hand washer at very important times, like big dinners and everything like that. Probably, I don't know.
Okay.
Could be, or before he wrote a story or a poem.
Hmm.
Yes. Oh shit,
All right.
that one sounded horrible.
Are you breaking
I
stuff?
I think, huh? No, not yet. I think I
Not
tuned
yet.
it. All right. Yeah, not yet. I think I was trying to start it off by last night, but it didn't work out. So it's okay. That's what I meant. That's what I did.
So listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
teach you.
what
I'm gonna teach you ukulele 101 right now.
Cool. I'm ready.
So, watch. You'll be able to. All you have to do is be able to first. Is you need to decide a rhythm. So we're gonna decide the rhythm right here. So
Okay.
you're gonna go. It's gonna go down, up like this. Dun 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 dun. So we're gonna go down, up, down across the strings, right? But
Mhm.
the first thing you have to learn about the ukulele, if it's already tuned, all you have to do, take your middle finger
Middle.
and you're gonna put it straight across the whole fretboard while your thumb is underneath it, like you're trying to squeeze the string and the neck of
What?
the guitar
Where on the
of the
fretboard
ukulele.
though?
Anywhere, doesn't matter.
Okay.
When any one of those lines, it goes straight across. Your finger will go right across them. You don't have to do any chords. You don't have to do anything like that. But you do have to make sure every single piece of the string underneath your fingers is pressed all the way down against the fretboard and nowhere else.
Okay. 1 second. Let me try and make sure I'm doing it right. Because
All right.
this is like a little boy's ukulele.
I don't care whose ukulele it is. They're both small. I just gave you some instructions. And you got to go bum ba bum ba bum bum bum, and that's how you.
Hold on. I have my hand feels weird holding it like that. Hold on. Oh hell no. Hold on. Oh
It's
wait.
just squeezing.
I was doing it the wrong way. I was holding it the wrong.
Yeah, of course. This is what.
My bad. All right. Ready?
I'm been for a while. Edgar Allan Poe is ready. That's not even the rhythm. How would you? Why would you even do? Why would you do that? Like,
Because
does
I
that
wanted to
even?
hear what it
Are you
sounded
trying to
like.
record the? Are you trying to record a soundtrack for a horror movie?
Yes, why not? Let's
Like
do a horror movie.
that's That sounded like one of those blood-curdling... Okay, now it's starting to sound better all of a sudden. But why are you going so fast? Why,
I don't know.
are you mocking me? You didn't even
No, I'm
attempt the
not
rhythm.
mocking you. I'm really playing with it. Like I'm trying to do
No,
just
but how? So what you're telling me? Okay, I've heard you
no.
sing before. Okay, and you're telling me that you can't figure out the rhythm that I just gave you, the bum 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 bum, down up
Because my
down up
my
down up
fingers
down.
don't let me do it like that. That's the thing. I can do it straight down all the time, the whole time though. Like that.
Okay, so then straight down, down 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 down, and it has to hit all the strings.
Ah!
There you go.
Ah!
And
Ah!
then so you go from there. Listen, whatever fret your middle finger is pressing down all the strings, right?
Oh, it has. Oh,
Then you
yeah.
go. So listen, so you go bum ba bum ba bum ba bum, and then you just put it up the next line, and it'll go bum ba bum ba bum. So you're gonna bum ba bum bum ba bum. It's gonna so you just slightly change the note. Dun da down da down da down da down down da down da down da down. And so then you just go back and forth from each of them. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba and then you have a song. Yeah, not like that one. That's not exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, I, I, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the first fret. I think that's how they say it. That's first fret. Fret
Mm-hmm.
one, and then you got two fret.
Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. You can slow it down. Bum ba bum. Yes. So then you just take your time. You go from one. You go bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Switch. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Switch. Down. Yeah, that's
I
it.
think I did third
And
frets. Ow.
doesn't matter, but that rhythm, you can go from one to the next. You can go up and down, down, up. Hey, is my trail mix crunching too loud?
No,
Okay.
I
I
was
mean,
trying
I
to get
chew
some
with my
trail
mouth
mix today, right?
closed.
Because it looked really, really good.
All right,
And
listen.
I found out they don't take no EBT. I was like, that's the only way
Listen.
I could pay you guys.
Listen, I don't care about your failure to obtain trail mix, okay?
Oh, hold up.
You,
No, you did not, sir. You did not just challenge me for trail mixins.
listen, I'll
I
send you some
wasn't.
trail mix.
I wasn't.
It's gonna take 2 days. I'll say overnight it. You to overnight you some trail mix?
No, it's because I'm gonna go. I have to go
Better
to an
yet,
actual store that takes EBT. It's okay.
now what if I just drop a tree full of nuts out of the sky from a helicopter over your house?
What? That'd be awesome. Do it.
Hmm.
Well, my cat's in there, so don't do it.
Your cat what? It sounded like you said your cat's enhanced. Wait, what is it, an
well,
Avenger?
I mean, she could have been. No, no. I said my cat is in there, so don't do it.
Hmm.
Like she's in the house. I don't have anywhere to put her.
Can you imagine if you had a pencil that was as big as a tree?
Um, that'd be some hard writing
Yeah.
and drawing. Just anything with it. Yes, yes, yeah.
Dude, I'm eating
I'm gonna
so
play
much
you
trail
guys a
mix. It's
song.
ridiculous.
I'm playing you guys a song.
I'm gonna play the song, please. I mean, I've been waiting all night for this. I don't know.
You said what?
I've been waiting all night for this. I read a Edgar Allan Poe poem with you twice, and I thought I was gonna hear a song.
Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I got the right what is it called, notes or however it's called.
Now, I strongly request a song. Yeah.
That's it. I'm still working on it.
Good. Practice. Practice makes more practice.
Something like that. I got a message from Carletta. She said, "You two are so funny and beautiful." Gracias.
I'm
Gracias.
not funny.
Huh? You are?
What's funny? What, am I funny like a clown? What should I say,
No.
Carletta?
No. You don't look like no clown. It's like that fast movement.
I don't know how. I don't know how. How can I hear the ukulele so clearly? Did you
Because
upgrade your
it's
microphone
right
game?
above the tablet.
No.
Ah! Oh my god, I almost broke it. Never mind. I'm just gonna put it down for now.
And I didn't bring any musical instruments with me, but I will tomorrow.
This land is your land. This land is... Oh, yeah, that one.
From California
To
to
the
the New York
Oh.
Island.
Alright. I used to have a
This
ukulele.
land was made for you and me.
Yes.
No, you know what? You know a song I really like? Check this out.
Which one?
All right, silence. I don't know why. I love this song so much. It goes like this. And I'm proud to be an American.
From across the something I don't see.
I just
I
kicked the
forgot
chord
all
out.
the
Hold on.
words. I forgot the words.
I got all excited. I started dancing while I was singing. I pulled out a plug. I wasn't line dancing or anything, or doing like no boot scoot and boogie, but I did pull out the chord here. All right. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Oh,
And I hope to thank the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. So, and I'm not making fun of it. I know I'm having fun with it. I like that song.
Did you hear your
I heard it when I
extra?
was in.
Your outro? I'm extra. Your outro.
Whatever tro you want to tro on there. I learned the song in Mr. Stam, the geography man's class. He was in my sixth grade geography teacher. Yes,
That's where you.
I did.
Is that where you said you learned the song?
So where I first heard it, yes, and learned it. Yeah,
Okay.
we did some strange stuff in that class.
Good to know.
It was a strange class. I remember this one dude where I eventually choked him out in a freaking playground because he was an asshole. This kid, I'm just gonna say his name. His name was, because it's so long ago. His name was Jason Burns, and we were looking at a map in the classroom, and we were going over different countries, and Mr. Stam pointed to one of the countries, and the dude, he goes, "Oh, that's nigger," right? And I'm just like, "Oh no!"
Wow.
And Mr. Stam was like, "No, it's pronounced Niger," and it was like, "Whatever, looks like nigger to me."
Whoa.
And he was just that kind of kid, man. He was just such a jerk. Anyway, one time I saw him in I think his sister went to an elementary school, the same one as one of my siblings at the time. I think it was my brother Malin. Anyway, ran into him. He was still talking all that racist stuff, so I beat him up in the parking lot and finished it with a choke, a rear naked choke. I don't even know where I learned a rear naked choke at that time, but it was satisfying. I mean, I didn't knock him out with the choke. I just choked him until he kind of tapped out. I don't know how we knew about MMA rules back then, but somehow we did. I choked him. He tapped out. His sister was yelling, "Stop, stop, stop."
She
I
was
never got
going
in trouble
how?
for that one.
She was how? How
Stop,
was she?
stop, stop. Stop. He deserved it. I think that once everybody got together, the parents and family and everybody, and they found out the reason why, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not touching that one. Our son's a little Klansman. We're not gonna."
Not for you. I was saying it for
That's
the.
actually pretty good.
You said what?
You have like really good pitch. Like how do you?
Oh,
I mean,
thank you very
that
much.
sounded like an instrument.
I mean, our
What
bodies
do
are
they
instruments
use?
too. Yeah.
What that's you know what? You're not wrong.
Thank you. Yay. I like
I didn't
being
even say
right.
you're right. I said you're not wrong, and you're like, thank
Well,
you.
look, if I'm not wrong, I'm right.
Uh,
I'm taking it.
I'm not
I'm
sure
just
that's.
taking it.
I'm not sure if that's how it works.
I'm sure. I'm
But I
pretty
mean,
sure that's how it works.
if that's the way you want to make it, then that's the way it works. We'll go with that.
I thought that's how. I thought that's isn't that how? You know what? I don't know. That's
It'll be how
what I'm saying. I don't know.
it'll be how it'll be. Why is that so funny to you? What are you laughing at? Wow, that is good.
Thank you.
That right there is good.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with that
Are you?
ukulele, spider lele.
Are you?
I'm not, but I'm
But
going to be done for
are
now. What? Chickens. Who wants to hear a chicken song? It's pretty cool
you have a
though.
chicken song?
I do.
All right. Well,
Well, it's
everybody's
not
waiting.
really mine though. That's the thing.
If you don't
It's
start
like,
playing
I
a song,
know
I'm
of
going
a
to start
chicken
playing a
song.
song.
You said what?
If you don't start playing a song, I'm going to start playing a song.
Which song are you playing?
A song that I want to play, one of my own songs. What do you think?
Okay, we'll play it.
I don't play covers. I look like I play covers to you?
No.
I play covers. That's how I roll. You remember this song, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, I just put myself on mute in case I hear any sounds.
When I put your words into rhyme, I remember everything
Was that the one
that
when
you
you were
said.
outside? Like you were sitting outside?
When yeah, wait, how you know about that?
I saw.
Did you see the video with the white statue in the background?
Yeah.
Wait, you saw the video?
Yeah.
What? Where? How?
I saw it like as soon as you told me about it. we got off
Okay.
when we got off of whatever talk or wherever we were at. We got off of there and then I went and heard that.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure. You know what? It's
I'm
all
just
good. I'm
making sure
glad.
that that's the same one that I'm thinking.
Well, it says it's Garden of Eternal Love Haunted version 3.5 because apparently I recorded. The first version was only audio and it's amazing, I think.
It is.
Uh, thanks, Tech. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna have to give the listeners another version of what I also do. Here we go, people.
Whoa. Hello?
Yo.
Oh. I was like, that was it?
right, that's enough of that. I don't want to freak people out too much.
Give me
That
1
song was so
second.
scary.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back in here.
You got a few seconds. All right.
Okay.
So while Izzii or Sarah, whatever she's calling herself these days, does whatever she's doing. What are you doing? She said, "Give her a second." So you got some time to do whatever you need. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time. Oh man.
Yeah.
I need to eat some kind of sandwich tomorrow. I'm craving bread.
Okay,
Which
I'm
is not
sorry.
good. What?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, my friend. How are you?
I do good too.
What happened to your hair?
What happened to my what happened to my what?
To your head. I don't know. I never know how freestyle R&B
I
or
was
whatever
trying to
the
do
hell
the
I was.
freestyle with you, but I was like, hold up, I got lost. I didn't know what to say to that one. Okay. So let's start this over. Okay.
All right. What are we even starting?
A freestyle.
What is this? Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. You got first. You got first notes? Or
Oh dang.
all right, put the. All right.
Okay. So
Open the pipes. Open the pipes. Let's go. Let's see what you got.
I don't know how to freestyle for real. I'm just.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna start. Freestyle is freestyle. You just freestyled by saying I don't know how to freestyle for real.
What are you? Okay. You started. You started.
All right. It's gonna be a singing. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a rap freestyle. At least not yet. All right.
Okay.
So here we go. All right. Sitting upstairs in this white office chair. I look out the door and look down the stairs. Am I
Oh,
supposed
it's
to
my
keep
turn.
freestyling up here? Come on, Sarah calls herself Izzii. You better have some flair.
Oh snap!
Come on, I know you know some kind of
I'm
some words that rhyme with jelly, like belly.
belly jelly belly.
What other words rhyme with jelly and belly?
Smelly.
We're gonna have to go through. Did you just bust out smelly like that quick?
I was thinking like, hold up, smelly, because I was thinking of other words too besides just jelly and
Because you didn't even go
belly.
see the way that I have to
Yummy.
look for stuff like what? Yummy. Okay, now you're messing with me for
Or
real.
jammy.
How does that have anything to do? The word is belly. There's L's,
I thought
two
you
L's,
said
not two.
jelly, not belly.
I said both.
Oh, well,
We're having a miscommunication here because
don't
because
judge me.
I asked because I asked what other words rhyme with belly and jelly.
Smelly.
Yes, and you busted out spelling right away. Okay, so you didn't even go through the alphabet. Like you just jumped all the way. Because me, what I was saying with me, I would have had to like in my head, I would have to say, okay, we got belly, and what's in between that? Then I would go to C. I was like, nope, no celly, no deli. Oh, deli.
Deli.
It could be deli as in like a where you get slices of cold cuts of meat,
What
or it could
about
be deli
few?
like okay. What? Why would you say
Deli.
that? You see, you're messing with me. I'm
No,
trying
I'm
to
not messing with you. I
actually
was just thinking out
rhyme
loud.
some rhyme some words. Thinking out loud is called talking. I don't know. I don't know if you know that. You don't have to say all those syllables. Okay, you can just say. You can either be quiet
Okay.
or don't say anything like that.
Okay.
Why would you? All right, so okay,
So
so
jelly.
jelly. That's the D. E. Ellie. I don't know. It could be a person's name, right? Ellie.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Whoa, that was a good sneeze. Good sneeze.
Good sneeze.
Um,
Hope it's going to be better next time for you doing it. I don't know what I just said.
folks, that's what you have to say when people sneeze. Forget all that bless you stuff.
Gooding.
Just say good sneeze, man. Next one will be better. Next one will be better. I promise. I believe in you. I believe in you.
I have
Can you,
all faith and belief that you will have a good sneeze next time.
can you imagine how much better the world would be if people just stopped saying bless you and like took an active role and like cheering people on to have better sneezes? This whole
That'd
bless
be
you
kind of
stuff
cool.
is old. It's like, yo, good sneeze, man. The next one will be better. And then people should be disappointed. Like, come on, where's the sneeze? You're only one. Yeah,
You're only gonna give us one, not 2 or 5.
gotta encourage them. Strongly encourage them. So,
Living it.
all right. So we got the
You got Ellie and
okay. Yeah. There's no Felly though. EFG Gelly.
or
I'm
Gully.
not buying it. I'm not buying it. H Helly. No. I. Yeah.
I
J
Ellie.
Jelly. That sounds like
Where
a Spanish girl's name. Ayeli.
Ellie.
My
Something
name
like
is
that.
Ayeli Milagros Sanchez, or something like that. Or what would it be? You're Puerto Rican. What would it be? If it was a Puerto Rican Ayeli, like
See, like for me, in my with my name, there's some people like my cousin. Hers is like Sara Hadid, and then you got
yeah.
Sarai.
Uh-huh.
I think the Sarai is like really cute though. And I saw how it was spelled, and I was like, okay, girl, okay, you keep
I
working
know.
it.
What's interesting about Ayeli, I do know that there's an Israeli name, but it has an eat at the end. It's Ayelit. Ayelit. So
Well,
Ayeli
I
is
mean,
interesting.
that's close. That's close though. I think
It is close enough. It just
you don't
adds
want to add a T.
the T sound at the end. Maybe
You
I
want to
could
add a
add a
T.
T and a little bit. Do you need some? What are we talking about?
Ayeli, but in
Dude,
Ayelit.
you know what's so funny? I talk to you so much. Listen, I'm changing the subject. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So because something just happened, like I closed my eyes, right, and I'm sitting here listening to you, and I have these headphones on. There's these Bose noise canceling headphones. I'm sitting here listening to your voice, and I open my eyes, and I'm surprised that you're not sitting here next to me. That's how clear these headphones and how clear your voice is coming in right now. It's like I open my eyes, I'm like, oh, I forgot she's not here.
No,
So these so you don't have the Bluetooth headset thing anymore, right?
no, I lost. Well, I lost somewhere. I don't know
It's all
where.
good. And well, anyway, your voice sounds much more clear, and we're not having as many connectivity problems.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm on the tablet tonight.
Well, then it's whatever you're doing is fantabulous.
Thank get a tablet. Fantabulous. Tablet. Okay. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
That was kind of
Yeah,
cunning.
I think you got the joke.
I think that's the word. Yeah. Oh, I got
Yeah.
a microphone.
Microphone.
It's a Bluetooth microphone though. It's really loud.
Uh, gosh, I have like I got hit with like some sudden allergic reaction tonight. Like my whole head and everything's itching. My nose has been stuffy. I've been sneezing. It
Did
started when
you
I was
did
at.
you run into anything that can cause a reaction?
Thinking about it. I don't know if I don't. I mean, I haven't had this feeling in a long time, and I'm surprised it's happening now as it's going into fall rather than starting in the spring. Because I normally don't have allergies, but that's the universe messing with me. Because I was talking to somebody the other day about allergies, and I don't have them. And now look at this. They crop up every once in a while, but I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary that I know of. Oh well, I ate some tuna, which I don't normally like, but it was because I grabbed it by accident instead of grabbing chicken salad because it was in the same place in the supermarket, and they're in the same
Okay.
size container. And because I wasn't paying attention, like a dumbass, I grabbed
Not
tuna.
no.
And I'm not allergic to tuna, but it might be something in it that they prepared the tuna. And I got really disappointed because their pre-made chicken salad that they have at the bottom, it has a label that says this contains a genetically modified ingredient, and I was like, oh,
How dare they?
so I just have to buy the whole rotisserie chickens from now on instead of their pre-made chicken salad. So I'm gonna miss the delicious chicken salad, but I'm gonna enjoy the whole rotisserie chickens.
Hey, sometimes.
And I'll just get up in the morning and eat I'll just get up in the morning, eat the other half or whatever is left over from me eating. I think it's gonna be a better idea anyway. They add all kinds of ingredients to the chicken salad anyway to make it delicious. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go to the rotisserie chicken. That sounds cool. What is that? Is that like an old video game or something?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Wait, is it a handheld LCD or LED screen one? Or LCD liquid crystal display?
It's a handheld Mortal Kombat thing. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't light up.
Snap a photo. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's LCD, liquid crystal display with the black, uh, how digital watches are, right?
Yeah.
Is it the same thing as a digital watch face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's liquid crystal display.
It's called Tiger.
Oh, Tiger Games, yo, that's classic. You better hold on to that, please.
I play it
Keep that
sometimes
close
when
to
I'm
you.
bored.
Well, don't let it get taken by, somebody who really is
I
into
like this
the
game.
games.
I took it from my friend Christina's house because she said I could have it.
Okay.
I was like, girl, can I have this? This is fun.
I don't really. I'm not. I wasn't there for that, so I'm not. I can't talk. I can't speak on that. What I can speak on though is so because we're so tight. Like I forgot to tell you. So I'm doing this thing called maybe you heard of it, the Wisdom All Star play. Wait, oh my gosh, the Wisdom All-Star playlist. Okay, don't jump out of your seat.
Wisdom All-Star Playlist. So what is this?
Yeah.
This sounds cool.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
Please do.
Wow,
I am
I don't feel so
intrigued.
excited. You're all like, I said this grand name that I came up with. I was all excited about it. I'm like, Wisdom All-Star. Maybe it's because I stuttered through it. Okay, it's not your fault. I blame myself. My
Don't blame
communication is only
anybody.
as
It's
I blame
nobody's
me.
fault.
My communication is only as good as the result that I get. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Blame it on the rain and the stars at night. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna blame it on the rain.
Okay.
So I bet it rain tomorrow, so I have something to blame it on.
It better too, for real. I hope so, because
I
it's been
forecast
hot.
rain in Virginia Beach tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. I totally forgot what was happening right now. What are we doing? We
You were talking. Oh, you were explaining what Wisdom All-Time Star.
Oh yes, Wisdom All Star. Oh
See,
gosh, I am getting tired. Wisdom All Star playlist.
that one. I know
Okay,
it's
so it's gonna
Wisdom
be
All
like a
something.
count All Star. Remember, just All
All-Star
Stars.
Playlist.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you know what a
Playlist.
playlist is, right? You've got playlists on your mobile of your favorite songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a playlist of our favorite wisdomers. You know, so
Oh.
like yeah, so like Rodney Williams, you'll be on there. Alicia Anchundia. If Andrea Nile is down, I know Graciela Moore might be good. Well, the thing is what I no, it's not a disrespectful thing. So hear me out. Let me say this first. I actually don't need to ask them to put them on a list. It's me just edifying them, and I'm putting it together so that I can be efficient with my time and set boundaries, because that's what Alicia's show was about. And I know you saw that a little bit, right? She was talking about setting what you do to set healthy boundaries, right?
Yeah.
So and I thought it was very serendipitous how this was also on theme uh, for that, because for me, I'm making the playlist so that I don't miss people. Like I went and talked to Graciela the other day. Oh, remember, because we were on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh snap! I was like, Graciela's going on right now, and I was like, hey, I was like, I need to go talk to Graciela. I was like, I haven't talked to her for like a while, been on a show,
Yeah.
something like that. I said that to you, right? I was like, I haven't talked to her for a
Yeah.
while. And I was like, all freaking out. I was like, I gotta go talk to her. And sure enough, when I went on there, she was like, hey, I haven't been here for a while. I was like, yes, I know. That's why I'm here now, because I just realized that I've been in like this flurry of like activity and just doing stuff, and so it's just further confirmation to make the playlist, because
Okay.
then I can look at it'll be like a calendar, right? So I can look at 30 days in front of me, or actually it'll be more like a day planner, because if you did it one whole month at a time, it would kind of flub it up. So anyway, uh,
I like it though. That's cool.
well, it's just going to be a directory that has the time, the day and time of the show and who it is. And then so you can take that information and then you can put together your own schedule. Like say if you only had time to do one talk every day, and its maximum is 1 hour. So then you
Mm-hmm.
just set it, and then that's when you'll do it. And just rinse and repeat. But wait, I was saying something very specific, which is
Mm-hmm.
um, hold on, stop laughing at me.
No, but
I'm gonna fall out of my chair right now.
don't do that,
Um,
please.
I'll try not to.
What in
But
the
da, da, da. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to
It
jog my
better
memory with
rain.
Millie Vanilli. But it better rain if it doesn't. If it doesn't. What?
I
What?
have no clue. Go ahead
Why were
though.
you whispering like that? It sounded like you were hiding from the police or something.
No, I'm not.
I don't know what that's. That's a very specific sound. Can you imagine if there was a note on the keyboard that was like it was hiding from the police? The sound. What sound is that hiding from the police?
It's called Hideaway Girl.
I wonder
It's
what it would be closest to. Um. Anyway, so listen. So let's get
yes.
back to because I'm finally remembering I was actually talking about this. The
Okay, go
Wisdom
ahead. Go
All
ahead.
Star playlist. The Wisdom All Star playlist. And so you can basically pick if you could only have time for 1 hour a day, then you would just arrange like okay, you say for example Monday. Oh, you say Monday I'm going to do Rodney's uh, Rodney's mindset show, right? His moments
Mm-hmm.
of mindset, and then maybe that same night, maybe you'll do I don't know one other show if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Let me stick with just one per day for like 5 days, right? Let's say
Okay.
Monday through Friday. So Monday will be Rodney, and then that's it. You don't. But since you're only scheduling for one, you make sure you show up and you get the best out of it,
Yeah.
right? And that's what you do. You just set from there. You set up because the whole thing is you want to put in place what you can do until you get five. And if you can do more than that, then you do more than that. But you start with 5. Well, actually, really start with 1. You know, and you say, okay, I can commit to this 1 a week. And so when I was talking to Alicia, she doesn't have a regularly scheduled show, but I think I kind of helped nudge her in that direction. So tentatively, and I just say that I believe in her, and I believe that she's going to do what she said. She's going on vacation next week, but after that, I feel like I can see her back in the saddle again with. Anyway, but you can put in any schedule that you want, like of any 5 players. And so Alicia, now she didn't have her show, but now she's doing it tentatively, like I said, she's doing it every Wednesday at 9 p.m. And I wonder if she put a time limit on that. Because you can't just be like, I'm going to be 9 p.m. That means you're going to start at 9 p.m. and go till 9 the next evening. So you got to be specific in our offerings, right?
Okay.
So I'd like to find a way to make it updatable by everybody. I wonder if I can make a page and each person can update and edit their own account, which there is, but then that would mean I would have to. Oh man, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna have to work. It's a lot of work.
It
To
shouldn't
have
be.
people be able to log in and update their own bios,
Yeah.
their own account. Go ahead.
Yeah, that sounds manageable. Manageable. I was trying to figure out, like, you know how manageable is spelled, right? But it could be with an E or without. No,
Yeah.
that's judgment.
Huh?
You know you can spell judgment with or without an E? I'm sorry. I know I got off track.
Judgment with or with. No, it's fine. I'm trying to figure it out. Why are you trying to? Listen, I'm not as bright as I usually am, and I'm a little sleepy. Have some patience with me. What are you trying to ask me?
Sorry. Okay. Oh god.
Oh, so you're still going to do me like that? You're still not going to ask? Well, I'm going to eat some
Oh,
trail
you're
mix.
gonna.
So whatever
Okay,
I
I'm
have in my
sorry.
bag.
I didn't hear that part where you said "ask me again." I'm sorry.
Yes, I want to know. What do you think I'm
Oh,
sitting here for?
I was saying, like, that judgment can be spelled with or without an E. So I was
Judgment.
saying, I was
Yeah.
about to say the word. I said it, manageable, but I was thinking, can it be with or without an E?
Manageable.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm confused because I don't see the comparison, like judgment without an E.
You can spell judgment with or without an E, right? So what I'm trying to figure out is if you can spell
Really?
manageable
Because I
with or
don't see
without an
that.
E.
No, I don't know that. I'm pushing against judgment without an E because I've never seen that.
Okay, you kind of sounded like a little robot at the moment, and I have no clue what you just said. You said what
My
now?
name is Hakeem Bat. I am the Hakeem Bat. I am coming to drink your oil. Did you just say Ni Hoi?
Yeah, like Doodle Bob.
Um, I don't know what to
Yeah.
think about that.
He was cool. He was a doodle, and he bobbed.
So it's a Doodle Bob.
Yeah, it's Doodle Bob. It's a SpongeBob Doodle Bob.
A SpongeBob Doodle Bob.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Who? The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill. The last one to fall. Never sacrifice their will. Or what's that
You know
one
what am I?
song? Huh?
No, you know it's a badass song. What song? Because I'll always remember this one. What are you looking for? What song? What's it trying to do?
I don't. It was another song that I heard
You have
on
10
that.
seconds to get this song out of your breath in your mouth so I can hear it. I'm starting to sing. 6 seconds.
Go ahead. I don't know anymore.
2 seconds.
I feel
All right, I'm
pressure
singing
to
my
say.
freaking
I didn't know
song.
what to say.
This is called. This is part of "Say Hello to Heaven" by Temple of the Dogs. Temple of the Dogs. So. Please, Mother Mercy, take me from this place and the long-winded curses I hear in my head. Words never listen, and teachers, oh, they never learn. But now the warmth from the candle, though I feel too cold to burn. It came from an island, but it died from the streets. But it was so bad like a soul breaking.
Dang. I'm gonna need you to come back in and finish that. It totally just stopped. Yeah, you need to finish this song.
I was getting into it. I didn't even see the
I
timer all
know.
of a sudden.
All
I was
right,
like,
so
yo,
I believe everybody in here wants you to finish this song too,
I
because I
don't
was.
know. All
What?
right, I'll give a hold on. I'll give a piece. I forgot where I was. Okay, here we go. And teachers, oh, they never learn. But now the warmth from my candle, though I feel too cold to burn. It came from an island, but it died from the streets. And it got so bad like a soul breaking, and it never said nothing to me. I said, hello to heaven, heaven. I said, hello to heaven. Heaven, heaven, yeah. New like a baby, lost like a prayer. The sky was your playground, but the cold ground was your bed. Who said, Paul? Stargazer, she's got no tears in her eyes. Anyway, whew. Let me some time with the dog. I'm gonna stop right there. Oh
That was
man.
some chilly moments.
Uh,
That gave me
um,
chill bumps.
I love Chris Cornell's voice, man. You know, the last I performed when I was in China. Oh snap! You better sing, Carl.
Hey,
He
would
said,
you
"You
like to
better
go to the
sing."
auditions with me next year?
Yeah. Well, next year. Well, I guess it is already September. Yes, let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's go.
Cool bananas.
I'm not auditioning. No.
Huh?
I'm just gonna go there for moral support. Yeah, it's gonna be. You go. I will. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be your cheerleader.
Look.
Were you trying to recruit me to
Yes.
sing? I'm not doing it.
Do it
Oh,
with
you got all
me.
sad for a moment. You're like, what? He's not gonna sing. I can't.
Do it
I'm
with
just not.
me.
What? What are you singing? Are you singing something?
I, I was saying, do it with me, is what I'm saying.
All right, calm down. All right, I will go for moral support. right? I don't
See,
know
this
if
is
I'll
where
sit.
we're miscommunicating. This is where we
No,
miscommunicate.
there's no miscommunication. I'm saying I am not singing, but I will go there for moral support. There's no miscommunication of anything. It's just that we're disagreeing because you want me to sing, and I want to support.
I'm not
That's what I want to
disagreeing.
do.
You're just not agreeing with me.
That could be said to be true, or it could be said that I'm just not. You saying that I'm just not agreeing with you, but it could also be said that I just don't agree with agreeing.
That doesn't work with me right now. Look, these are the two choices. You either agree or you agree.
Okay. So, you know,
All right. I feel them. I feel them. Because I want to do three. I want to do three of them. So,
three of them. What?
auditions.
Okay. What? Please tell me about these auditions. Are they like one of those, like America's Got Talent or something?
Yes, it's America. I did it 2 years ago and last year, I think. It was America's Got Talent, The Voice, and what was the last one? What's the other one? What's the other one?
I don't know.
Oh, American Idol. But American Idol, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't even watch American Idol anymore.
Those shows, they concern me. So it's just
But I mean, The Voice and America's Got Talent, I wanted to go on there. Yeah. I just think at the time
I
that I
got you.
actually auditioned for the first time, I wasn't ready all the way. So that's why I didn't get to go. But it's okay.
Well, I got your back. I'll be there. I just unless you have some kind of crazy duet planned, then I'll do that. But
I mean, that's what I was
oh,
saying. Oh, one
um,
moment.
we could
Oh,
we could do like a little something from the Little Mermaid.
I can show. Oh, wait, that's Aladdin.
I don't.
Holy
All the
shit. All right, my bad.
I can show you the
That's
world.
Aladdin, though.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you
But
said
you
a Little
started it.
Mermaid. I know. I
I
did.
did say a Little Mermaid.
Yeah. I know I wasn't tripping.
I I didn't say the gargantuan mermaid or the half or the half-sized mermaid. I
Or
didn't
the
even
Tiny
say a
Mermaid.
color. I didn't say the
I can say
white
the Tiny
mermaid.
Mermaid.
I didn't say green mermaid. I said the little mermaid. There's no confusion. No room for confusion here,
Look at this
Miss
stuff. Isn't it
Sarah.
neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl? The girl who has everything. Ow. Puñeta.
She didn't say that.
Sorry.
Why you
What?
ad lib?
Because
You
it's
can't ad lib
fun.
on Ariel.
Why not?
Because first of all, I don't think Ariel can ad lib. She doesn't look like she's got that jazz in her, if you know what I mean.
She's got all the
Ariel, Ariel's a little. I don't think I don't think she spends enough time outside. If you hear what I'm saying, you know,
Oh well,
doesn't
okay.
quite.
I can see where you talking about there. But I mean, ad libbing is just like the makes it original. It makes it original in a way. Mm.
You
Mhm.
know what? I'm gonna hook up. Oh, tell me this. So while we're here, I'm gonna do this mid conversation. Hold on, and I want you to tell me if you hear a big difference or a little difference or no difference at all, or tell me which one is better. 'Cause I'm gonna switch microphones because I want to just see um, like the comparison. So hold on. Well,
Okay.
let's see.
Okay. Look at
I
this
didn't say
truck.
I didn't say wait in silence. Oh, good. You're gonna sing. Thank you. See, elevator elevator music. Continue.
Hola. I like to switch the words. I'm gonna try switching the words, and then we can make it original like that. See?
Like Weird Al switching the words.
Yes. Perfect. Oh, okay. If you guys have heard Weird Al's song eBay, think of think of the song. What is it called? I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. uh, it's like I
We're waiting.
used pink bathrobe. Oh, sorry, I can't stop. I couldn't stop laughing for a second. Ooh, hot. It's
You're
hot.
such a liar. Your pants on
On
fire.
fire. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti. All
Yeah, I
right,
don't know
well.
what the.
Hmm?
I've never heard the Weird Al version of
Yeah, it's
that
like a used pink
song.
bathrobe, a rare mint snow globe, a Smurf TV tray I bought on eBay.
eBay. That's awesome.
So why don't we weird out the version of Little Mermaid?
I mean, I would have to because I don't really know the lyrics to the song anyway. I just know the melody. So, and hardly that, you know? So I would have to ad lib it to the max.
It's like, don't stare at this stuff. It's never neat. Wouldn't you think my collection's incomplete? I try to do
Hell
an
yeah.
opposite. I do it opposite. That's my Weird Al moments. I just oppositize, if that's a word, the song.
You should make it though because it was starting to sound cool for a second until you started second guessing yourself. You said, what? Oppositize. I like that. That's the one I'm going
That's
to go
gonna be
with.
my word of the day.
Oppositize.
Oppositize.
See, that's what happens with me. I tried to do a backflip once and I second guessed myself and I landed on my head. You can't second guess yourself.
Yeah,
It's not a good
I
idea.
always
But
do that,
fortunately, I
and I'm trying
survived.
not. I don't know how to. I don't know how to like not do that yet.
I don't know. I don't know how to either, except for just practice. Because I still do it with so many things. It's so funny how every day I discover how much shit I'm insecure about, and then and then I have to go in and work on it. But it's just so many things. But when I do it, I feel better. Only because I feel better in this very specific way. I have more energy because it's as if when I have like some kind of program running, it's taking up battery power. It's like those
hmm
apps running in the background, and it's like, this app is draining your battery power. Do you want me to put it to
hmm
sleep? I'm like, yes, put it to sleep.
That puts me into wanting to shake inside of the things. I don't know, something like that.
So,
Okay.
I don't know why I got all philosophical about personal development for a second
Oh,
there.
hold up,
Putting
real quick. Hold up. What is this? Oh, we have some
background
who?
apps.
Okay.
Somebody calling you?
Yes, Mr. Matt
Okay.
Alridge.
All
Or
right.
oh,
I'm gonna
oh
jump.
my God, Arledge.
I'm
I'm
gonna
so
jump.
sorry.
I'm I'm gonna jump out the queue. If you need anything, just text.
Okay.
All right.
I most certainly will. Yay! Thank you, Mr. Hakeem Alexander, for your beautiful, beautiful moderators. Oh, wait. Where'd he go? I was saying thank you. Oh, hello? 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 Mr. Matt. Welcome to the Easy Time Story Time moments. Hello? I hear something, but I don't hear nothing. I mean, wait. That's a double negative. I hear something, but I don't hear anything. There we go. Hello? Oh, shoot.
Oh, hello.
Good morning.
Sorry, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god. Yeah,
hello.
dude, I rock that shit every day. Just about Weird Al. Oh my god.
Bread. My eBay is my favorite.
I think it's one of my favorites too because it's like It's like kind of an emotional song by the Backstreet Boys, and then just like he totally makes it weird. But that's what he does.
That's his name. He weirds it
Yeah,
out.
damn straight. Be straight, homie. Be like that one where he talks about being white geek or white and nerdy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they see me mowing my front lawn.
Actually, the first time I heard Weird Al was when I bought cassette tape back in like 1996, and it was Amish Paradise.
See, I haven't heard that one.
You didn't? Oh my god, it's so funny. It's off of Coolio's Gangster's Paradise, but he says Amish Paradise.
So the almond having your paradise.
Yeah, living in an Amish paradise.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. I got a ukulele today, so I've been practicing.
Nice. You be like Squidward.
Thanks. Squidward sucked at his clarinet.
Yeah, he did. He didn't even care. Of course, he didn't
Mm-mm.
care about much of anything except for being a dick. He loved doing that.
Well, he wasn't really like being a dick. He was just mm,
Overboard with his emotion. Like he could have the emotion, but like
mm-hmm.
he went overboard. You're like,
I think it just depends on where he was or what he was doing. Like for work, I get. I mean, he didn't want to go to work. He just wanted alone time every single time, and then every single time he wanted alone time, there goes SpongeBob and Patrick messing it up for everybody on him.
that's true. They do screw up. It's like it's entertaining to mess with.
So it's not Squidward's fault that he's the way he is.
But in reality, it's not like if you saw your grandma getting like someone just came up to him, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Like, dude, get the fuck back. The hell are you doing to
See,
my grandma?
SpongeBob.
But it's okay if it's Squidward,
Duh. Squidward. SpongeBob.
What is Patrick? Oh, I got Patrick watching. I haven't done this in a long time. The voice.
Mm,
Hey, what are you doing, Patrick?
what?
Oh, Mrs. Puff's over here. Mrs. Puff is right
The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid.
here.
Oh, my pants are fire.
I love when SpongeBob's trying to tell somebody something and he has to repeat it over and over really fast, like, no, it's over there. No, Patrick. Hey, Squidward. He's definitely
I'm
on some
ready.
drugs. He absorbed a lot of cocaine through those pores.
Wow, that went deep. We're
Yeah,
not
I
doing
did.
deepness like this again. No, sir.
Okay, SpongeBob. Yeah, he
Mm-mm.
has to be.
The last time he came on my show, like, yeah, the last time he came on here was basically just I got like mind stuck.
Did you
I'm
look
not
up
trying
some
to
of
get
that
mind
stuff?
stuck again.
Did you look up some of the stuff I said?
No, not yet. There's been there's just been a lot going on, so I'm not, I'm not in no rush.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, the whole entire world's gonna change. I think like on the 24th or the 23rd. I think the 24th.
cool bananas. Um.
But
Oh,
they planned the whole world economy to crash along. They all did. It's like there's not like this secretive, or like this miraculous good guy politician or miraculous good guy banker or whatever that's against the New World Order. The only politicians or people like that are against it are low ranking, where they don't have enough power.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
So the whole economy is about, there's records every so often about the stock market, about inflation, about the fact we're in a recession, and the media says no, we're not, even though the very definition of a recession is this, where there's negative GDP growth for a certain amount of time, and they're just like, nope. It's like you could read, anybody could just look up the definition and see that they're lying. You'd think it'd be something for that they would be honest about. Like they just tell us, the obvious, we're in a recession,
Yeah.
but they
But
don't.
do they? No. I'm just joking. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's happening. Ow. Oh. Okay, so I forgot what I was about to ask. I had it in my head like 5 hours ago.
Oh man, 5 hours. That's a long ass time for me. It's like a lifetime for
Well,
my
it was
memory.
really just a few moments ago, but I just don't remember the question.
Then it felt like 5 hours. Get
It's
some
just,
ginkgo.
like for me, I always say good morning. I say good morning. It doesn't matter what time of day or night when it is. I say good morning when I go into stores and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They look at me like, did you just say good morning? And I'm like, yes,
Most
I
of the time,
did.
I don't have no idea what time it is, and I'll be like, "Good afternoon." They look at me like, "Dude, it's like 7 o'clock." But they don't say anything. They just stare, and then they turn, and then they go back to their zucchini. And then
7
I'm like,
o'clock in the
"What just
morning?
happened?" No, it was like no. Sometimes I don't have a clue what time it is, and I'll say good afternoon or good evening. And if it's and I say afternoon, it could be in the evening.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Give me 1 second, okay?
I always know that I'm accurate on whether or not
Whether or not
give
what?
me a weird blank stare after whether or not it's actually the morning, afternoon, or evening that I say it. When they don't give you a blank stare, then they're like, "Oh, okay, good afternoon," but they won't.
Mm-hmm. They won't just,
They won't correct me on it. They'll be
oh,
like, they're not going to say no.
okay.
Actually, it's not the afternoon. They'll just weird. You look weird.
Shit, I just see how many people say it back.
That's the thing. If I just say it, then I'll figure it out because they'll say, "Oh, good morning." I'm like, "Yeah, I got it right." And if it's
I'm
afternoon or
confused
evening,
now.
if I say it, I have a little meter. I figure a way to figure out if I'm right or not because I don't wear a watch. So I go in the store and I say, "Good morning." Someone says good morning. Then it is morning. If I say good morning and they don't say anything and they just stare at me, I know I fuck.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. People just ask me, like, did you just say morning? I'm like, yes.
No one ever corrects
A
me.
problem? No, I think it's morning everywhere. All over the world, do. Something like that.
I'm sorry, I'm running on Minnesota time.
Hmm?
We're in like
You said
Minnesota
what?
time, whatever zone that is, Minnesota.
Oh, I don't know Minnesota time.
I don't either.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put some Weird Al on again.
All right. Give me 1 second and uh yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Alexa, play Weird Al for our guests. Alexa, play Weird Al. A little dust in the microphone hole.
Shuffling songs by Weird Al Yankovic. on Amazon Music.
I never seem to finish all my food. I always get a doggy bag
From the waiter.
so I
Just keep what's still unchewed.
Okay, hello?
I take it home. Save it
Hello?
for later.
Hello?
Go run find cereal formation.
Hello?
Huh? What?
Hello?
Hello?
I have returned.
What's that?
I have returned and I come in peace.
Okay, good.
Yes. I'm not sure with I still can't remember the question, so yeah.
All right. When it comes back to you, let me know.
All
I'm
right,
turning
I
it back
will.
on. Putting back Weirdo. You'll choose. You'll
Um
choose a refreshing herbal tea.
okay.
Way crack the code. Guinness
Give me one second.
organizations. The Illuminati knows
Okay.
they're
So
finally proud with world domination.
okay.
What's that?
Um world domination. All
I'm
right.
rocking Weird Al right now.
World domination. Um I'm gonna take a couple more calls before I get off.
I'm not
And
entertaining enough, huh?
I'm not saying that.
You won't say that.
No, I was just not saying that because that's not what I was trying to say.
Uh,
That's what you believe, maybe.
maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But a couple of more people to leave it open real, and then I'm gonna head out.
Okay, someone steal it from me. Wait, you have to kick me off.
I don't know how to work that. Oh, never mind. Don't answer that.
Oh, you don't know how to kick me off? Okay.
I do.
I
I
don't
do.
I
I
don't
found it.
either. I don't know how to get myself off.
All right. You have a good one, though. Have a good morning, sir.
All right. Good. It's
Morning.
nighttime for me.
Well, it's always morning in Sarah world.
I see. All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Oop. Okay. All right. So, um, okay. Now, okay. I'm gonna keep this open for just a few more minutes, y'all. If anybody would like to step up real quick for the last 10 minutes. Oh, good morning. Mr. Hakeem is coming back. Buenos nachos, tacos, and wallows. I don't know what a wallow is, but still.
Yo,
Hello.
you had me cracking up just now, man.
What do you mean?
It's always morning in Sierra World.
Well, yeah, it is. That's why I always say good morning. It's morning time in
No,
Sarah
no, for
world
some
at
reason.
all times of the day. Hello?
Yo, that guy's pretty deep, man. He's got the news, huh? I gotta have him.
Are,
I gotta talk
are
to him
we talking?
sometime. I haven't heard a show.
Oh, are you talking about Matt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last time, one time he actually got on here, the first time, and it went very, very mind blowing deep to where I didn't understand. I still haven't looked up anything yet, but I don't want to because I'm scared of the results.
You're scared of the results.
I don't want to. I don't want to see if it's real or not. It's scary. It's a
Damn,
scary feeling.
it's too bad I missed that show. Is it still in your playlist? I'm gonna have to go back
It
and check
is.
it
It
out.
is. It's for. I think it's one of the very first ones on there that has the wisdom talk. It's after Danny.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, like he was talking about, um, like Illuminati and what is it called? He was talking about the McDonald's and fast food places.
I don't know, man. I just
Uh,
love it. I love it. I love all of it. It's so much fun.
I'll do too. I don't know if he's still listening, Matt. If you're still listening, Weird Al it. He's just Weird Aling it. I
Weird
think.
Al's great, man.
Yes,
I,
I
I
like that world domination thing song, whatever it is. I don't know what song it
uh,
is. I guess it's
well,
world domination.
it has the words world and the word domination in it. That's for sure.
Maybe that's the name of the song. World domination.
It's quite possible. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Uh, um.
I don't know what it was though, for real. Just something you said just had me cracking up like really, really fast. Like, I was just like, what?
Are you are you sure it wasn't how I said it?
Yes, I don't know, man.
That's the closest I can be to it. I feel like it's how I said it. I don't say funny words. I
Oh no, I
just
know what it was. I know what it was. Because he said, "I guess I'm not entertaining enough, right?" And then you said, "I guess that's how
oh, you
you
talking about
feel."
he's yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not entertaining.
I know you said I'm not going to say that.
I'm not
Like that's not
saying
what I'm
that, but
saying.
I mean,
He's like, I'm not saying that.
I'm not
And maybe
saying
that's what
it.
you.
Did I say that? No. I I wasn't going to say anything like that because I mean, I'm not saying he was wrong
No,
or
you
right.
didn't insult. You didn't insult him or anything like that. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at what you did. Just the way
Eh.
that you said it. It was surprisingly. It was just. It was just very clever in just your delivery because but it was very factual. You were just pointing out the facts. You were like, "Yeah, I didn't say that's not what I would say."
Yeah, like I mean, I don't believe I would say that.
That's what
So,
you think.
oh yeah, that part.
I
I
was
know
just
what
laughing.
you think of it, but not me.
I was just amused at your delivery of you just clarifying yourself. Because that's all you did. You just clarified yourself. Like, no, I'm not thinking that. Maybe,
Exactly.
perhaps, it's
That's exact.
possible.
That's all I
That's
was
what you
doing.
think.
I was just trying to make sure he knew what I was trying to say. Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway, you've got potential for a stand-up kid.
Thank you. Thank you. I learned Angela Johnson, the little comedian. My favorite one of hers is Bonquiqui, the Bonquiqui show. But
I
the
don't.
one that
You've mentioned that show before. I've never seen it, and I haven't looked it up either. So
you should so at some point you should watch it. It's pretty
okay, well
good.
then you need to. Well, then you need to look up at least one thing that Matt asked you to look up. Then, and then I'll look at
Oh, now
Bon
you got
Qui
me
or
in the
whatever the heck
cover.
you're talking about.
Now you got me in the cover here. Oh, God. Now I'm
You gotta
now
look up
see.
one of Matt's
Oh,
facts or one of his
I'm so
suggestions.
scared.
And
Like I'm literally scared to.
well, I'm not gonna push the issue because I don't really want to watch Bon Qui or
Okay.
whatever that is anyway.
Okay. I feel. I'll still look it up though. I'll look up
But then
one.
again,
I'll look up
but then again, look,
at least one.
I don't not want to find out about Bon Qui either. It's just it never crossed my mind.
I understand. I understand. You
You know,
know.
I was never thinking, man, I'd really like to find out about some Bon Qui. I mean, what is that? I mean,
I,
what even is
I,
that?
That was funny. I'm sorry. That was just a funny moment. He
Yeah,
said,
there are a lot of funny moments. I'm laughing too, but I'm still trying to get my question answered. What the hell is Boquiqui? And why does it sound so delightfully strange?
oh. All right, so Bon Qui is a character by Angela Johnson that she plays as a person. It's with Key and Peele. Well, really, I think I can't tell the
No,
difference between them two. I don't know who's this who because I haven't watched the show. I just know that their names are Key and Peele.
just
The
you could
tall
just
one, the
yeah,
tall
you
one.
could just go like that. So look, just start with tall, short, right, and Key Peel. So Key tall, Peel short.
Oh, I still don't.
Mind blowing information for you. Just changed your
You
whole
said Key's
world.
tall.
Yeah, Peel
Okay,
short.
I got it. KT, and then SP for short, short Peele.
You guys, how could you do that?
I mean, I thought the tall one, the
You
short
have to
one.
keep. Yeah, but
What
you
am I
can't mix
saying?
up the order of the letters. The adjective always has to go first.
Oh, okay. So TK and PS.
You can't.
I did it the last time. No, I did SP for small Peel.
It's, it's TS, right? TS, tall, short, and then Key Peel, right? KP.
What?
So,
Oh, I
so
get
it's
it now.
it's TK, TKSP.
I put tall Key and short Peel. That's
I don't understand. Are you sure?
yes.
Oh my
That's
God.
how. That's how I
Well,
was doing
it's a it's a writer's life. How do you how do you
it.
how do you manage it?
But for real, no sarcasm. That's how I did it. I remember
All
that
right.
like
Well,
that.
I'm not denying. Not to, you came to the conclusion somehow. I don't I don't need to see your work. I don't need to see your work. Don't need to see it written
What?
out. What now? What are you baffled about all of a sudden?
You said you don't what?
Um, so I don't
Huh?
need to see your work. You know, I don't need to see you write out the formula of how you came to your
Oh,
conclusion. I,
okay.
I somehow
Oh,
got pulled into like elementary school mathematics.
okay. Well, that for me it was kind of like sixth grade mathematics.
Well, I mean, I had to go to summer school to get my math and science classes taken care of because or
Me
else I would have not
too.
graduated from high school.
Exact ones
You know,
too. Because I failed chemistry.
and I mean, it's obvious that I failed almost all of those. I did really well in chorus and band,
Amen. There you go. I did very
and
well in
some
chorus and violin, orchestra.
for some reason, surprisingly, social studies and English.
Mm, I love English.
That was very interesting. It was social studies and English, and then band and chorus. Those are my subjects.
Yeah, I didn't have band. I just had orchestras.
Orchestras. Well, I mean,
I played the
you mean
violin in school.
oh? So when you're saying orchestras, you mean just a string orchestra?
Mm-hmm.
So there were no other instruments. Only it was all string instruments.
Yes.
Okay, just being clear. Okay, so it was
Yes,
string
sir. Yes,
orchestra,
sir.
and you played violin,
Yeah.
and
Kitty. That.
you stopped.
I did.
Why?
Because I got into sports for a little while and the sports and the rehearsals were kind of like uh not going very well for the schedule at the time. So
Oh, scheiße.
no shit. No.
luckily, it's not a serious injury or an injury at all, for that matter. It was a mere
You okay?
contact of my. Yes, it didn't quite make its way to the cerebral cortex. Just
So,
fine.
is that the brain?
Part of it.
I felt so, when you said cerebral cortex, I was like, what? The what? Huh?
It's a part.
I was very
It's a
bad
part
at
that
science.
I
I
should use
really was.
more. You know, it's after you just look at something over and over for a while, you kind of get it.
Oh, okay,
I was
I
in.
can dig it.
I was taking this biology class. It was called the Journal Club, and I got partnered up with this girl, and we were supposed to present a PowerPoint presentation. Um, and everybody in the class got put on teams, and when everybody presented theirs, and ours was last to go up, and neither one of us did anything. I was the only one that had the paper. We never met to study, and it was very embarrassing, and so I failed it. They started partnering up everybody again, and I was the last person left, and I had to pick a paper, and I picked one that they thought that she said was very difficult. She was like, you know what? Are you sure you want that one? Because even though it's a lot shorter, it's much more technically heavy. And I said, no, I'll do this one. And it was really a doozy. But what saved me was I just got a whole bunch of index cards, and just for every word that I didn't understand, I stopped. I wrote it down in the index card and defined it. I found it wherever I could, and started putting the definitions in the card. And then I would look at the definition and read the sentence over and over again until it made sense to me, and then I would move on. And so when I finally did the class, I got an A plus. I passed flying colors. I got standing ovation in the class. And people were coming up to me asking me like how I did it. Like they're like, "Yo, that was really impressive." Like they were really genuinely impressed. It wasn't they were just faking like, "Oh, look, the dummy kid who failed the first time. Let's give him accolades." They were really, like, "Wow, that was a really good job," because all of them were very high level presenters, and so
Mm-hmm.
it was good to see that. But the learning that I got from it was that if I just really push myself into something with just the determination that I have to get it done, especially for something like a class. I mean, almost anybody can get through that. Almost anybody. I'm not saying everybody, and I'm not even saying everybody should or even should want to do that. But that's what I wanted to do. That's something that I really wanted to understand. I was like, if somebody can understand this paper, I was like, why wouldn't I be able to? And fortunately, even though it was very vocabulary rich and challenging in that way, it was a very well written paper. But it wasn't mathematically heavy, which was good because I think if it was more mathematically intense, then I might have had a problem understanding it more. Because even though I
Mm-hmm.
love math and I like to study and look at it all the time, I don't know if my calculation speeds are quick enough to I don't know, discern
Mm-hmm.
certain things, or maybe not. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I've been studying for real estate school, and I have like the little not directory, the list on there. I put every single question that was on the practice test. I put it down on an index card and the answer on the back, of course, but I think like after the fact. And it helped. Index cards really do help, like completely. I didn't realize how much help they are until using them at all. But I've been doing that with the vocabulary. Well, trying to do that with the vocabulary, whereas I just lost my index cards, so I have to find them.
Well, there's all kinds of practices you can do. Um, that's all up to you. You just got to make sure that it's comfortable and fun for you and enjoyable. Like, when you just start opening up and cracking jokes and just playing with the material, like just have fun with it. You'll learn
Yeah.
you'll learn better that way. I think if you just play with it. Like that's how I can just go into all the different voices and just in the different modes when reading the Edgar Allan Poe. It's just like because it's some of it's so absurd and ridiculous that you can't help but putting a little bit of excuse me, a humorous flair on your delivery. Yeah or no? What do you think?
I mean, if it's original, it's original. So you mean you put your own? That you saying you put to it Okay, hold on. You know what? Ask the question one more time so I understand this.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that, like that, your own original flair, just basically in general, like if you're gonna be, you know, like because it's kind of in a way I'm like talking about a lesson of that if you push yourself hard enough, right, and and you really want to get something done, like I did with passing this class and then realizing that anything you can figure out anything within reason, right? But you have to just fit, but everybody has to figure out their own version of that. Like, there's something that you really want to figure out. So I'm just saying, like, do you agree or disagree with that idea that I learned, that lesson that I learned that, you know, I could almost understand anything if I just put enough effort into it. And like, so do you think
I
that's
can agree with
the
you.
same? Yeah. Or the,
I can agree with what you said though. I
but
don't disagree with it.
you don't disagree with it. But let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
If I were to say something like along the lines of, do you know what time it is?
2:03 a.m.
Interesting. Are you sleepy?
No.
I am. That's weird.
We switched sleepies.
Yeah. What did
No, it's
what's
too
the
hot to
next?
go to sleep right now, so
All right. So what's the I have to switch my brain into another mode. What's the next poe reading that we're doing? Is it a story or a poem?
we're gonna do I'm thinking about doing a story this time.
Okay.
Does anybody have any suggestions? Just let us
Story.
know.
Okay. So, well,
I think that was about it though.
okay. Well, I'm just chilling here with my eyes closed, and I'm like mad hallucinating stuff in the back of my eyelids. There's an alligator chasing a white box truck down the street.
A white box truck.
Yeah,
Maybe it looks like a fox. He's chasing it
I don't know.
like a box fox. Cause like the trash trucks that I see lately, they're some of them have like different colors on it and pictures for the kids to see.
Yeah.
Make little monsters. I think that's so cute.
Do you
I
think
want to
it's
take a
so
picture
cute?
next to one day.
Really?
Yes, I want
And why
to,
would you
but I
want to do?
don't. I'm not sure like when or how because they're just constantly moving.
See, people do stuff like that are just trying to get eaten.
Trying to get
You
who?
know?
Trying to get eaten by what? The truck? Is that what you? Is that what you were saying? They just trying to get eaten by the truck
No,
when it has the
no.
monsters?
Yeah, wait, back up your story. You gotta.
Okay,
I missed something. I need to hear
I
again.
think I did.
Okay. No.
Okay,
I
so
did. It's my fault.
all right, but so what were we saying?
Your
Oh,
story.
yeah, I was saying that like the trash trucks that have or the dumpster trucks that have the monsters or whatnot on the trucks for the kids to
Uh
see
huh.
because it's cute and everything. I think it's really cute, but I've always wanted to take a picture next to them, like next to the truck, so I can be like, yay.
Yeah, what? Okay.
I don't know. And then you said something about being eaten.
because
I'm just trying to figure out where that
because
part came from.
because I thought because I was talking about a box truck, and I said that there was a big alligator chasing the box truck, and then you continued
I
your
changed it
story
to a
and
fox box.
okay, but it still was the same box truck to me, and so I still thought there was this alligator around, so I thought it was going to eat somebody. I re- I related the box, whatever box you had, with the box truck, and so somehow the alligator was still there
Yeah,
in my
well,
head.
I was saying, like, you could change the box truck into something else, like put a paint over it, make it look like a fox box truck.
Box
Um,
truck.
yeah, paint it the color of a fox and decorate it like a fox. And you got a movable fox box truck. Mm-hmm. I think
But
it's
why do
kind of like
wait,
giving a truck a onesie.
wait a minute? Why do you have to attach the word a moving box truck? But do trucks
because
normally not move?
like these
It
foxes
sounds cool.
can actually run faster than the alligator because it's a box truck.
Moving
It's a fox
a
box truck.
moving box truck. A
Yeah.
moving box truck.
See, it's a tongue
All right.
twister, maybe a little bit, but not that much. Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Meow meow meow. Ooh, cat.
Box truck.
Moving foxing boxes.
So who would work? Who would work for the box truck? What's the demographic? Who wants to work for Fox Box Truck Incorporated
I
or
would.
whatever? Okay,
I
well,
would.
that's the
I would
perfect thing for a
definitely.
CEO of a company to say. If
Oh.
you were the CEO, that would be perfect.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
No, that's great. That would be the best commercial. The first person who speaks up is the CEO, right? As the moderator. The moderator asks, "All right, so who would like to work for this company? Who's the
Bro,
ideal
I would.
candidate?" And then I would. Like, you see, this is the leader of this company right here,
Oh,
Miss
so that
Miss
mean I
Sarah
can't work
Del
with y'all?
Valle. Oh, you can absolutely. You can work amongst the little people.
In this corner, we have Sarah DeValle with her Foxbox truck. And in this corner, we have Quasi D'Elia with her entrees.
Quesadilla. You still got that quesadilla.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I
Have
do.
you ever have you ever hung out? Uh,
Hmm?
I I I started saying something about hang out somewhere. I was going to ask you if you hang out somewhere, but I forgot where I was going to ask you if you hung out.
Oh,
So at this point in time, uh, the intoxicating effects of insomnia are
Anancia.
beginning to take hold of my brain. Huh? Did you say
Brains.
catalepsia?
No, I said no. Those brains.
Who says brain?
You said brain, didn't you?
Like, were there any? Do you remember there was I think it was called Night of the Living Dead, and the zombies talked like that. They would
Yes.
say brain.
Brains.
You remember they
What
were
do they
throwing
all
hamburger
want?
meat
Biscuit?
off the
I'm
back of the
sorry, excuse
truck?
me. Hmm. Whew.
But you just
You got that one dummy in the horror movie with zombies saying, "What do they want from us? Do you not hear what they're saying? They are zombies."
yeah, there's always somebody who's gonna say some dumb shit. What do they want? They just said it. Brains, bro. That's why they keep biting people in the head and pulling their brains out with their
So
teeth.
they can get their brains. and they can stay awake
I mean,
or alive.
in that movie, I saw a zombie bite through some dude's skull. I'm like, yo, your teeth would break before that, dude. Like zombie teeth get like super hard all of a sudden. Like what the hell, man? It bit a
I
chunk
want
out
to
of a
suck
dude's
your blood.
skull
Give me your
as if it was one of
brains.
those big giant chocolate rabbits that people used to get on during Easter, and everybody wanted to eat them because they were so beautiful. The
Those
fucking
things are huge
chocolates,
too. They make them bigger and bigger every
chocolate
year.
rabbit.
You see it?
Those rabbits you talking about?
Yeah.
They make them, yeah. They're trying to just kill people. But this next thing you know, there's gonna be fucking people that are just fucking dipped in chocolate. They're gonna be
Yep.
selling
Is
at the
there something
store.
inside the milk chocolate bunny? Is there something in there?
They're hollow. Who knows what spirits they have trapped inside the chocolate?
You just ate them.
Like you released them.
Oh. But then you always got that one dummy ghost that's like trapped with one of the pieces of
Right?
chocolate.
And it just becomes a cursed object, a piece of chocolate.
You're like, what is that? Why is it moving? Because Olive over here didn't get to go all the way with her family over there. Hello?
Oh
Hello?
man.
Just
Oh
trying to let you know.
yeah.
All right,
What?
I got one more song, okay?
Okay. What's the song?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting situated. I'm gonna serenade y'all.
Oh, she got the
Got to play on words
got
there,
the got
damn
the
it.
got the puns, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm very punny.
Well, actually, I wouldn't know if that's a pun. I'm wrong. You're right. You got the play on words. All
But pun
right.
is a good word. I like punny. Punny is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is that doggy? I
Why
really
would you
don't
do
know.
that?
Because I don't. That's the easiest tune I can think of at the
You
moment.
you got me all hyped up,
Oh, I
and I
don't
like
actually
that
have
song
a
though.
song. But I do
I
too. I
mean,
like that song. How much is the? Oh, hold up.
all you have to do, listen, just put. You don't even have to touch any of the strings. Just strum down to the beat, and you'll get it. Just don't.
Oh, it's hot and muggy in here. Hallelujah.
Yep.
How much is? Nope. No. Wait, which way?
I would just keep going if I were you.
Which way is it though?
It's working out. It's just working out. Just come on.
Don't rush me. You can't rush magic.
All right. All right. Just I don't want to. I don't want to rush magic, but can you? Can you put a speed up spell on it? I don't know.
There you go. There's my
All right.
speeding one. Ow, ow, ow. Come on now.
All right.
Come
See,
on,
got
Spagulele. Don't do
gotta
that
be
to me.
careful with the fingers there.
Yeah, kind of caught my finger a little bit. So I'm just going to put it back down.
And the ukulele, that one has it's the nylon strings, right? It's not metal ones, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Well, that's good.
That
Then you
is
would have
very
surely
correct.
sliced your finger off just now.
Yeah,
Then that would
I
have
could.
sucked.
I've done that before on the violin.
Oh
But
man.
then it was when we
Yeah.
had to pluck. Go pluck, 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 pluck,
Oh
pluck,
yeah.
pluck. There's a duck on a truck.
Is there?
No. I miss those ducks in Kansas though.
I used to when I was in China. I ate them all the time.